Now with this week's Look at Sports is Jess Burton. And Jess, the regular season is over for most of the teams, and it's time to start thinking about the tournaments.
That's right, John. All of the teams have once again made it to the postseason, and the bracket should be announced next week for the most part, so we'll be keeping an eye out for the seedings. The boys soccer team still has one non-league game left on their regular season schedule, and they had a busy week last week, which may help keep them hot going into the tournament. The Magicians played every other day last week, starting on the 22nd with a 1-0 loss to the Medford Mustangs, but that was their only loss of the week. Their next tilt was on the 24th at Lynn Tech, where they beat the Tigers 2-0. And the road trip continued up to Saugus, where Mike Conlon, Matt Messenger, Cooper Camello, and Nicholas Neguera all scored in a 4-0 win. And their final match of the week was a tie with Swampscott 2-2. The field hockey regular season has also come to an end, and the Magicians just squeaked into the tournament with a 6-6-4 record, having only 4 conference wins. Their 2 out-of-conference wins against Everett, including one this week, were pivotal in helping them clinch that tourney spot. When the girls are able to put the ball in net, they seem to win games, so hopefully they can do that in the postseason. This past week, in their second-to-last game of the season, the girls tied Swampscott 0-0, their second consecutive and 4th 0-0 tie of the year. The girls needed a win in the final game to make the tournament, and they came through with a 4-1 win over Everett. See, when they score, good things happen. The volleyball team is playing just absolutely insane right now. They're 16-0 with 2 games remaining. They do have a bunch of 3-2 wins this season, but they're just purely dominant out there, even in those games, and they're just a tier above everybody else when it comes to talent level. This past week, they beat Milton 3-2. Eve Rice had 16 kills and 4 blocks. Mandy Dumais had 18 digs, and Jenny Don't Cross Me Norcross had a solid game all around with 12 kills, 2 blocks, and 14 digs. And then on the 27th, the Magicians absolutely handled Saugus, winning 3-0. Samantha Payne had 8 kills, Megan Golden had 4 aces, Emma Bushman had 16 assists. It was just a mess out there for Saugus. They didn't score more than 15 points in any game played. It was an easy, quick win for the Magicians on senior night in front of friends and family. MHTV had the win covered thanks to our community partner, National Grand Bank. It can be seen Monday, November 2nd at 7:30 and again Saturday, November 7th at 1 p.m. The girls' week wasn't finished, though. On the 28th, they beat the Big Blue for their second consecutive sweep. Eve Rice had another 9 kills, and Emma Bushman assisted on 28 Marblehead points. Our Magicians will surely be a top seed come tournament time. The football team secured their #1 seed in the tournament with a win this past Friday over Lynn English. It took a defensive goal line stand in overtime for the Magicians to take down the Bulldogs 22-20. MHS tied the game 14-14 on a Garrett Keogh 4-yard run. Then Keogh scored again on Marblehead's overtime possession. And after a Lynn English penalty on the point after try, MHS went for and converted the 2-point conversion. English then scored on their overtime possession, but the Marblehead defense came up big and Lynn's 2-point conversion failed, giving the Magicians the win. And let's give credit to Mark Cohen for the first MHS score on a 33-yard touchdown run. The #1 ranked Magicians will host the 3-5 Winchester Sachems in the MIAA Division III Northeast quarterfinal Friday, October 30th at 7 at Piper Field. And if you've already got those Halloween weekend plans locked down and can't get up to the Pipe to see the game, cool your pumpkins, don't worry. MHTV is planning on covering the game thanks to our community partner, National Grand Bank. It'll be shown Tuesday, November 3rd at 7:30 p.m. and Saturday, November 7th at 2:30 p.m. The girls' soccer team's regular season has also come to an end, and they will be one of the top seeds in the Division II North Tournament thanks to their 15-2-1 record. The girls started their final week of the regular season by beating Saugus 9-0 in what looked like a scrimmage. Marblehead has just embarrassed Saugus time and time again this fall. But after such a blowout win where the girls probably could have played with their eyes closed, they may not have been as mentally ready as they needed to be in a game against Swampscott that was once again for first place and sole possession of the NEC South title for Marblehead. The girls lost the game 3-2, which means the two teams share the NEC title, finishing the season with identical records. Rory Schauder and Megan McCarthy were the goal scorers for Marblehead. The NEC Golf Awards were released this past week, and Marblehead's Owen Piccirillo won Conference Player of the Year, and Chris Partham and Will Thompson were named to the Honorable Mention team, so congratulations to the 3 of them. That's all the time we have for Headliner Sports today. I'm Jess Burton. Thanks for watching. John, take us home.
All right. Thanks a lot, Jess. And that concludes this week's Headliner. I'm John Caswell, and on behalf of the entire news team here at MHTV, I'd like to thank you for watching. Have a good week. We'll see you next time.